What's her build? What's her build?
Her build is going to be fighter and ranger.
What's her archetype?
Didn't get one yet. There's just so you know, there's an archer fighter archetype.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's very.
It is a very solid archetype.
Yes.
Alternately, just taking a basic ass fighter and taking archer feats makes a very powerful archer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to go with.
Okay.
But
so you can have an archetype for your ranger if you want.
Oh, trick shots at 3rd level with your bow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would glance at the archetype before making a
decision. It's worthwhile.
Yeah.
It's all about whether or not you want armor training.
But you're gonna have a high dex, so it's not really that you're not losing that much.
Yeah, I don't really care about the armor.
High dex. You're gonna have probably mithril chain shirt anyways.
You get mithril chain shirt, and then you get your dex item, and then you can still keep stacking.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I found another armor power that actually reduces armor check penalty and max dex bonus. It's called Celestial. If you break apart Celestial plate and figure out what the bonuses is, I think you can add Celestial to things.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
There might be a way. Anyways.
All right. That's crowd construct. And she is chaotic neutral, correct?
Yeah.
Which is, you can yell at your torchbearer all day. All right. Amadeus was simply trying to make some money with the old bounty hunting job.
Yep.
Makes 10, 14, and 27, 37 gold pieces.
Okay. Mark, I'm going to spend a DM point.
Sure.
That Amadeus, while he's turning in bounties, ends up meeting the Sheriff of the Southwall District.
Okay.
And they have a short conversation, and there's nothing bad happens, but I'm just saying you now know who the sheriff is.
Okay, I've met the sheriff.
Yeah.
Was he repulsed or
He probably was repulsed by that, and then a conversation was like, "Who's that?" Oh, he's been handing in bounties, and
he brings them in a lot.
With an 8th, your 6th level, your reputation is he's been helping keep the old stacks safe. And then there might have been a conversation like, "Oh, the new gang," and they kind of call themselves a watch. And he looks over at you, took a good glance at Amadeus, and knows who you are. And after looking at all the bounties that you handed in, he says, "Keep up the good work." And he went back to whatever business he was. But you know you've been noticed.
Okay, cool. All right. Interesting. Next, we got Desaad. You're helping with trade. Is there specific things you want to buy?
Sorry, no, the crafting's already been done. He was selling.
He was helping sell? That's okay.
He's doing all the selling.
All right.
No, I didn't have time for it, but is there any spying that can be done?
You are trading.
That's fine.
Okay. You're okay with that?
Yeah, no, it's good. Right. There's really nothing I want to spy on right now.
Okay.
I kind of threw that out there, but next time.
For Sunny, we've got spells.
And I wrote down the vanish spell, and I wrote down a spectral hand.
Okay,
and
so
I wrote down a sleep spell, and then I made a scroll of invisibility, and then I wrote down.
Okay, so that's spells. You wrote down. You copied new spells.
I copied them from a bunch of scrolls that I had. And
okay,
I bought a couple scrolls and pinned them in.
And that's what scrolls is.
Yeah, make scrolls.
All right, and visit Orchard.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly to the orchard.
You can fly now. Okay.
Well, I could turn it. I've got Welsh. I have.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I could turn it into a little hawk, a little tiny birdie, and fly there. Phew.
Okay. Do we have that map? I don't know if we have that map or not. Hang on.
Goodman Orchards.
Okay, yeah, go to the Goodman Orchards. There we go. Do we have Sunny there?
I'll go grab a Sonny.
All right, grab a Sunny.
Let's see. Where, Sonny, where art thou? Goodman Orchard. Goodman Orchard. I'm having a stupid. There.
Yeah.
He actually takes the shape of an owl.
Okay.
To do that sort of thing. Or sorry, it's a little hawk.
A little. Okay.
I did grab a token.
There we go. Okay. Did you land on the roof?
Yep.
Sunny bird.
So he flies there. He lands on the roof. He then turns into Sunny, and then he realizes it's going to be hard to get off the roof.
Didn't we send some?
You see your friends?
He does slippers of spider climbing.
Didn't we send some bandit kid here?
We did too. Yeah.
Pay off his penance. Forest path, I think. I'll find it.
Okay. You see your friends. They're hard at work collecting apples. It's the summertime. That's time to collect.
Hello. from the roof. So
your friend Dalton comes around. He's kind of looking around. Doesn't notice. Like, Sonny, what? Henry, Sonny's here. He's on your roof. Henry comes out.
You have a loose shingle up here. You might want to. Yeah, you know what? He'll cast a mending spell and just, while he's up here, he'll just fix a couple of tiles of.
Thanks. We'll get you a ladder. Hang on. What the hell did you
know? That's all right. He'll use the slippers of spider climbing to just walk down the wall.
Well, isn't that a neat trick?
Hey,
Sonny!
Take me with you.
Did you come back from an adventure?
Yeah. I've remembered quite a bit, and I felt that it would only be fair to bless your orchard to help it produce.
You hear that? Henry's gonna bless the orchard. Are you gonna bless me too? Take me with you.
I can bless you.
And take me with you?
I think your path lies elsewhere.
Where? Because I don't want it to be at home, all right? Just make the path elsewhere.
All right, Bern. I'll tell you what I will do. I will make the trees produce more apples, and then you can work overtime.
You hear that, Henry? I'll be working lots of overtime for you. Okay. I haven't got a lot of money. You don't have to pay me. I'll just do it. Henry offers you his hand.
Okay, yeah, Sonny will shake it.
Yeah, shakes your hand, gives you a slap on the shoulder. Glad to see you're okay. I was worried when you left with that group.
They are interesting. Yeah, that's the correct word for it. A varied group of very interesting people.
Are you back for a while, or?
No, just the afternoon. Then I'll have to fly away.
Well, if that's the case, then I better get something on the stove. You boys finish up the work.
Actually, it's a 5-day block. I'll stay for a couple days.
Right.
A couple days.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. You boys finish up the work for today. We're gonna break off early, and I'm gonna get something in the oven.
Sounds good. We're gonna bust off like when she turns to walk away. We're gonna just whip off your plank rails. Kadoosh! Fertilize! Pajam! Quarter-mile radius.
All right.
half-mile radius.
All right. Yeah, that's right. All right. You see, does that have an immediate effect, or?
Over the next year, they'll be 1/3 above normal productivity.
That's awesome for any farmer.
Exactly. This is. Oh yeah! Good job.
Okay. Yeah. You see, he's a familiar face. The young man you sent packing on the road. Apparently, he did make his way here and has been working. You looking around? Your friends around?
Not currently. How are you liking the farm life?
It's turned out pretty good, actually. Mr. Goodman treats me real fair, and I make a decent wage now. He said it's okay. I work hard enough. He's going to pay me. So, I guess. Thanks.
Isn't this nice and superior to banditry?
Well, it's harder work, but I guess end of the day, I like it better.
And when's the last time someone tried to stab you?
Yeah, that's the other thing. Dalton and Berm and Henry don't try to stab me, which I appreciate. I never tried to stab him once, I swear. Can you take me with you now?
I was perfectly honest that most of the people that travel with us do try to stab people.
Yeah, they seem those types. I gotta put these apples away. Dalton, do you need me for anything? Because I still got one more tree to do. No, it's all right. You dump those apples, go fill up another basket, bring it back, and we're gonna break for a meal. Oh, okay. So the kid goes, dumps the apples, and goes off back into the orchard. I'll see you later. The kid's once we got him sorted out, he's all right.
It's good. It was we met him in a violent encounter. Hopefully he turns out all right.
Well, I think if he sticks around here, he'll be okay. We're a decent influence.
Cool.
Yeah, we're a real strong type, Yeah, how's your wife? Don't ask me about her. All right. Henry makes some supper. He had some pork. He had some hams. Cooks up some hams with some applesauce on it.
Yep.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise.
And you guys have a nice reunion.
Sonny's going to stay for a couple days. He'll help out on the farm. He's got lots of spells. He's got levitate and mage hand. And
they are so grateful, especially Henry. The young guy actually starts asking you, where did you learn to do this?
The Weave told me through the Weave's avatar, Mistra.
Who's Mistra?
My cow.
He looks a little disappointed.
Every person in their own way interacts with the Weave, and it can be interacted with in many ways. There's nature magic and priestly magic and arcane magic.
So
all of these are interactions with the Weave.
So I could do what you do.
If you have that aptitude.
Can you tell if I have that aptitude?
We can certainly try to find what you're skilled at.
It's like,
Sonny's going to try to see if the kid's got any mental ability scores above 11.
okay.
Because if he's got a 12, he'll tell him he could do magic.
All right.
You're a shit wizard, but you can be a wizard.
Hang on a sec. Let's see.
Because the difference between spells and no spells is huge.
Yeah.
Mage handing those hard to reach apples.
Exactly. It's,
All right. Let's see
Unseen
what kind of
servant to
stats
take a
he's got.
nap.
All right. He ain't that bright. He's got a 10 int. He's got a he's got a high wisdom. He's got a 15 wisdom and a 10 charisma. Yeah, he could be a druid or a priest.
you would be best suited towards having a divine connection, either to nature itself or to a holy cause.
I think he kind of looks out towards the roads, the grasses. I've found a kind of peace here amongst the trees. So is that like nature magic?
It certainly can be. So he's going to spend the couple of days sort of speaking with the boy, try to get the boy kind of.
I need a name for the boy. He needs a name now.
This is the guy we rescued from the life of banditry by killing all the other bandits that attacked us.
Yes.
Yeah, we murdered everyone else, and we're like, stop it. Now,
and then we kind of told him to go down the
apples.
road to the apple orchard or
Yeah.
else, and he actually went. Okay.
Yeah.
His wisdom told me I better go back. I better go there. They might come back.
Warrior name generator.
Nollis
is a fine name. All right, we'll go with Nollis. Sorry. Edit.
Auburn's probably a good last name too.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not teaching him druidic yet because I'll lose my druid powers. There'll be a time when I know that he's ready to tell him how to do the druid thing. Otherwise,
How do you introduce him to druidism?
We go through the concept of how nature interacts with the weave and animals and plants, and we try to get him to, like, I got a wand to speak with animals, and we're going to burn a few charges, and we're going to try to get him to do the things, commune with nature.
Okay.
Sleep outside, see which direction you're facing in the morning, because that will tell you what kind of day it is.
Okay, yes, that's right. All right.
The ultimate divination. What side of the bed did you get up on?
Yeah. He does these things at your direction. Occasionally you hear throughout the day, the next day, Henry yell, "You do that on your own goddamn time. Right now you're supposed to be picking apples." Yeah, sorry. But yeah, you piqued this lad's interest in the ways of nature magic.
Cool. I'm just looking to see if I've got. That's probably not appropriate. That's like, here, take this oil of shillelagh. No. Don't use the magic to go beat things to death. Wrong message. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go through spells with him. I'm gonna take a few charges off of one of the druidic wand, as we basically demonstrate casting.
Yep.
And then I have a question about warp wood.
Okay.
think you can use it to. You cause wood to bend or warp, permanently destroying its straightness, form, and strength. Warp doors become stuck. Warp melee weapons, blah, blah, blah. Alternatively, you can unwarp wood. If you had any gimpy trees, I'd fix them, but that's fine. I don't worry about it.
Okay.
These, no.
Okay then. So you have a nice visit with your friends. They wish you the best when you leave, and
I did bring Mistra with me through the carry companion spell.
oh, okay. You catch Nalus a couple times, like he thinks no one's looking, and he's like, "Come on, just tell me what I need to do about the weave." And Mistra licks his face. He's like, "Ah!"
That's the important part. Marty, using the carry companion spell, Mistra came along.
Cool.
So, Nalus got introduced to Mistra, so Mistra could lick him and impart upon him the knowledge of the weave.
Was I blessed? He's got this big cow lick, literally.
Yes, precisely.
Oh, okay. All right. Was there anything else you wanted to accomplish at the orchard?
This is pretty much the jam right there. Show up, cast some spells, be all like normal for a little bit. That's normal as you get.
Yes. Yes. Fair enough.
And then we're gonna fly back.
All right. So you fly back, no incident. Agony.
Yep. Agony has one last thing.
Yep.
Well, Sonny is gone. No, he waits till Sonny gets back. There are some powerful items that we did not divvy.
Okay.
I divvied some of the small junk, which I will paste at the bottom of your sheets, like wands and scrolls and potions and the like. Not really junk, but just like stuff that should be divvied. But we do have 4 major items for our level that should end up on sheets. That's the Ring of Feather Falling, the Ring of Incredible Dexterity, the Ring of Protection +2, and the Phylactery of the Gnome Kinder, which grants a +2 racial bonus to con, amongst other things.
Mm-hmm.
Agony is pushing, like, he wants us to, like...
Divvy the hoard.
What are we doing?
The treasure.
What are we doing with the items?
It's a Ring of Incredible Dexterity.
So, Capra likes dex bonuses.
Give it to Capra. He'll use it all around.
Additionally, Capra has that the amulet that gives him a 3rd ring slot.
I'm okay with Capra having that.
Same.
Yeah. Go take it.
I will take it, and I will grab that the 2 divvy pile for Capra as well.
Okay, frontline fighters should probably fight over that Ring of Protection +2.
Yeah. So that's
Agony's fine. Agony likes his Ring of Protection +1 because they also add they also act as Spellguard bracers, so he will bow out of that one.
Okay.
It's okay. My AC is high enough. I'm not gonna worry about it for like 2-3 levels.
Okay. Desaad.
Desaad can use
This is a really good item for Desaad.
the ring. Yeah, Desaad could use it.
All right, Desaad, take it.
All right, Ring of Feather Falling. I think
Slake though.
What?
Slake's not using magic.
Yeah, it's a magic item.
Oh yeah. All right.
Slake bows out before you even start.
And
the
now
conversation.
he can't, or he loses his prestige class powers. So.
Although he gets powers by breaking it, so don't tempt him.
No.
Ring of Protection +2. I didn't have a ring.
Nice.
There's a bonus right there.
I'm just cutting it from the sheet. It's simple enough to add. Ring of Feather Falling. Mark, you had a really good suggestion offline.
Yeah, it should go to either Dewdrop or Dugan because they're both characters that fly through mechanical means, and if they get knocked out, they usually fall to their death if they're at adequate height.
Which almost happened to Dugan,
Yes.
except he fell into a good timed web spell. So let me just check Dee Dee's spells. Yeah, she does not have. She has Featherfall as a bard, but she needs to be conscious. The point is, like,
Yeah. So he'll flip a coin with her.
Yeah, sure. D2?
Yep.
Well, no. We'll just roll a D20 and the higher gets it. So that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
DD's 10.
13 for Dugan.
Oh, sugar burgers.
Oh, you got that thing on your head. Just fine.
Yeah.
Sugar burgers are my favorite.
Sugar burgers. Yeah, I know.
Put that on.
But when you're expecting burger and sugar, it's like a treat.
Nice big piece of meat on there and a big pile of sugar.
Mm.
I know you take yours vegetarian. It's just bread with sugar in it.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm not supposed to have sugar. You know how it affects us, Faye. And they're giggling.
Zoom.
Like, Zoom indeed. No, it's sugar.
Okay.
All right, and the last one is the headband. I really like this item, but I really like my headband that gives me the blessings of the spring. But somebody should really wear the phylactery of the Gnome Kinder, because it makes you understand gnomish and gives you low light vision. And
Isn't the clock guy also a gnome? So why don't we put that on Cog? Because he's a clock guy, that's a clock guy, and then Cog will stop falling down and having the springs shoot out his backside.
Yeah.
At 8 sounds like a good idea. All
But we
right.
should reserve. Keep in mind this is a regalia, and the more that you wear, the more likable you will be to many demi-humans.
Well, it's only for now. I mean, we're just sharing, aren't we?
Yep.
Right,
Very
Agony?
cool.
We're all just sharing?
Cog Matthias, gnome friend.
Yeah.
And she places upon Cog's brow like she's like placing a. Yeah, you got a kneel.
Round. Right. So it's a headband.
Yep.
Okay. I'll grab it.
It also helps your craft checks, your profession checks, +2 racial bonus to con against illusions.
That's
It's
good for you. Yeah.
Where is it?
It is on your headband slot now.
Oh, nice.
And Dugan, you took the Ring of Featherfall. Okay. I'm gonna put some junk treasure at the bottom of your sheets, and then we're basically done in downtime, Mark.
Okay. Agony. You're just kind of hanging around out front, getting some sun. We'll go to, you know what? Go to conversation.
Steelrose outside?
No, conversation. Do we still, yes, we have a conversation. There we go.
It's very busy.
Yes, yeah, I can see that. It's like 73. Jeez.
It's got all of our tips.
Conversation is the when I go, Marty, I need a token.
Yeah.
He just starts dumping a library into the conversation.
Okay, I take it back. We're not going to conversation.
You might as well call conversation the warehouse.
Steelrose outside
Agony, one of the lesser gang members of the Steelrose Watch comes up to you. Excuse me, Agony.
We have other members?
Like the Fae that help us out.
Oh, okay.
But the Fae have recruited some younger humans that kind of act as lookouts. And
Agony's just at his spot, leaning on a bar and just sort of watching the street.
There's a guy looking for you, Mr. Coles.
It's not quite my name. Who is it?
He calls himself Jermaine Rutgeller. He said you'd know him from before. You know the name. He's a priest from the temple.
Is this one of the nice priests or one of the bad
Yes,
priests?
he was. At the time you left, he was also expressing concern with the way things were moving at the temple.
Can I have his name?
Jermaine Rutgeller.
Can you paste it somewhere?
Hang on.
What's his last name?
Shut up.
Geller of Rut.
There, I put it in.
Holy crap! Aside from the E and the Germain, I got it pretty close. Actually, one letter off. Okay. Sometimes I'll sift through the other players' character sheets and I'll see notes, and the way they spell the
Oh, yeah,
NPC names, it's just like, what?
I got it. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I think I read it right.
So this guy is a priest.
Yeah.
Of Kossuth.
Yes.
Okay. And he's looking for Mean.
He was asking about you.
Where is he?
He's a few streets that way. I thought I'd come talk to you before I sent him over. Or maybe you want to meet him somewhere else.
Okay, first thing Agony thinks is it'll be good to see Jermaine. Second is this could be a trap. He's gonna go back in. He thanks the Fae.
Okay.
Keep an eye on him. We'll be there in a moment.
All right. He trots off.
What kind of Fae was it?
He was a it's a medium size one. He's a leprechaun. Sorry. Lost the accent.
Not a problem.
Where's your pot of gold, you little bastard?
Okay, I'll make note of who that leprechaun was.
Okay.
He'll go back in. He's looking for. Oh, I don't know. Capra and Cog's been busy, so Desaad.
All right.
It's a nice, morally flexible team.
Yep.
Good job.
You find them.
I may need your help.
All right.
He's surprised that he didn't even have to explain himself. He just gives a polite nod and grab your things. I don't know. Somebody from my past seems to want to speak to me. I don't know if this is a trap or not.
What's the signal? Is there like make them go away, or is this kind of like capture them, or like spook them, or
Are we killing?
If it's a trap, we'll spring it, and I suppose fight our way out of it.
Oh yeah.
No, that kind of trap. All right.
Desaad, you can blend into crowds. Capra, you could keep watch.
Yeah. Capra will go basically on Overwatch.
Yep. Provide cover from a roof somewhere.
Yep.
Good.
So
He glances at the others that are working and doing stuff, and we don't need to involve the others.
So we probably need two signals. One for like save me, and one for everything is hazardous pest. It needs to be, the three.
The Sodcast message.
There we go.
You've seen me fight.
Yep.
Okay, in the Steelrose stairwell, I grabbed all of your the tokens for your different forms, Desaad. I even found Herrick and Ella and the Winged Kobold, so I'm going to copy and paste all those tokens to which map, Mark?
I'm going to say the what the hell was this one? A neighborhood old stacks. If you're meeting him in the street.
Yeah, we're gonna go meet him in the street.
Yeah, neighborhood old stacks.
I had a question. If I have the hat of disguise on, like running with the disguise, and then I change from Desaad to Kev, would people see that? No, right? Unless it's a
disguise and as illusion on top of it, so you could probably change your forms on top, like underneath. However, if you interact with people, they get a chance to look through your illusion, and then disguise self only provides. You have to make a separate
2 checks.
Disguise check. So yeah, it could be weird. You could be illusory Kev,
but Desaad.
And then I would have to look at the item you're using to see if you could turn into individuals. That's the other part that I'm not sure about.
Okay.
I think you can. You could be a disguise of Kev.
But yeah, but someone else.
And there might be DCs about trying to disguise yourself as specific individuals.
And you might lose your racial bonus because you're not using your shapeshifting. I don't know.
I think there is no check on it. It's a plus 10 bonus on disguise check.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I'm using the hat, if it just me disguise is plus 30.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not all of us. It is Agony.
That's cool.
Desaad being Desaad off to the side. Oh, too many Capras. And Capra, I don't know, up on a roof.
Yeah, Capra's going to climb on a roof. And if anybody's asking him, yeah, there's a bunch of crows. Fuck those crows.
So what
They're
token?
flying rats, you know.
What token should I use for Desaad right now, Ahmed?
Kev's gonna. Sorry.
Is it Kev?
Right now it's gonna be Kev. Yeah.
Okay. And it is. Is it Kev illusion? Wrapped around.
It's Kev illusion, and let's see who's gonna be inside. I need to be a same size, right?
Yes.
It imposes penalties. Sorry, the disguise self item you're using, you have to be within 1 foot of height.
Okay, that's fine. I'll be. Actually, I'll be. No, fuck.
An illusion of Kev on top of just a shape change of Kev. Just, huh? Oh,
Hey, you! What the
you're not as dirty as I thought you were.
And the winged, the disguise self spell that's the hat is based off of, doesn't allow you to change your type. So you can't be the winged guy underneath Kev.
I have to be human.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you don't have to be human. You could be an elf or a gnome or Just
Okay.
a really big ass gnome.
I'm gonna be the. It's just Kev for now. It's an interesting thing. I don't need to look at it now. It's fine. Just Kev for now.
All right. Does Agony as walking? He lets Capra and Das get set up first. If the leprechaun's around, he just kind of like tells the leprechaun to wait off to the side.
Okay, yeah, you saw the leprechaun just kind of watching across. You see the leprechaun just kind of like nods across the street, and you see Jermaine. He's right here.
What's he doing?
He's looking nervous.
You know who that is, Mark?
No,
Yeah, I know
That is
who
an
that is.
NPC from Pathfinder Kingmaker, and his name is Tristan.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay, what race is Tristan?
He's an elf.
Elf.
Okay.
Sorry, half elf. Let's go half elf.
Okay.
He sees you and he hesitantly puts up a hand.
Okay.
Are we sure that guy's a Kossuth?
Agony.
Sense
Spooky.
motive from Assad.
Agony, before going down the street, did cast mage armor on himself.
Okay.
Just to be a little on guard. He nods. He's gonna look around first. Like I think he's gonna have a look to make sure that it's not a trap.
Okay, make a spot check.
26. Oh no, sorry, 27 from Agony.
You don't see any other ambushes, or you don't see an ambush. Anyone else you knew from the temple?
Sense motive 33 from Desag.
This guy looks like he's nervous to be here. He looks surprised when he saw Agony.
Okay. Agony does wear like a brown robe with a hood. He's got the hood up, but it's pretty probably easy to distinguish the snout of a dragonborn. And
Agony.
Agony's no slouch either. 6'6", almost 300 pounds. Like it's pretty big.
With wings.
No, he doesn't have wings yet.
Oh.
No. He'll approach. He will hail Germain, raise a claw, and then approach.
Germain offers a hand, like a friendly handshake.
Okay, Agony will pause for a moment, and he'll close his clawed hand around Germain. He will give a handshake, but he will remind Germain that he's got claws. Like the claws will wrap around, and one of them will dig in a little bit as he holds the handshake.
Oh, easy, old friend. You forget I don't have your scales.
Agony reveals it, like just kind of pulls back his lips in sort of a smirk, which I'm sure with D6 bites also looks quite
pretty
menacing.
scary.
Can't be too careful these days.
I never thought I'd see you again.
You're the first person from the temple that I've seen since I left.
Yes, they were quite upset that you left. I thought you would have run farther away.
Unfortunately, you didn't teach me very much at the temple. I started to realize my lack of knowledge. I wasn't even sure where it was safe.
Germain, wasn't really... he instructed you in the basics of the faith.
Yep.
But that was it. Most of your training came from... You had different instructors, because they focused on... You were a fighter, a warrior for the temple.
Agony's knowledge skills consist of 1 rank in knowledge arcana and max ranks in spellcraft.
He knows he's a dragon.
Yeah.
And there's spells.
Germain is responsible for those ranks in spellcraft.
Cut. Interesting. Is there a problem? Should we be concerned? Should I call off my allies who have... Well...
He's looking around all of a sudden. I mean you no harm. He was a friend.
Agony also has no ranks in sense motive. Just going to make sure he gets an 18 on his sense motive.
Okay. He doesn't appear to be lying.
Just find a quiet place to talk out of the street. There are too many eyes, and as we've learned, invisible ones.
Sure. Whatever you suggest. I don't know this neighborhood.
Okay. Are there any empty buildings around Steelrose Mill?
Yeah, there's a few boarded up places where it's people have already pulled the boards off and they sleep there at night.
Okay.
It's just a matter of kicking out the people who are in there.
Agony's going to go into one of these places.
Okay.
Is there anyone there?
Nope, not at this time.
All right.
Capper's going to reposition to another rooftop. So, over there now, please.
Down the street a little bit, and we should have a chat here. This is a neutral spot to meet.
Kev recasts. He repositions, but he recasts message as Agony was moving.
Yeah, Agony will let the guy go into the building, and he'll wait for a moment until he catches where Capra is, and he
it's a lot of Kev's across the street.
a lot of rats in here.
It is the old stacks, and there's only one Capra.
What's a capra?
Damn straight.
He just sort of gives like a little nod to Capra, and you can hear Agony whispering, right? So
Yeah.
Yep.
Agony will keep line of effect with he won't close the door, he'll keep the door ajar, and so you guys can hear him, thanks to the max ranks in spellcraft, I guess, and he also knows the spell. Yep.
Oh.
What is it, Jermaine?
Well, first of all, clearly, it's good to see you. I really just thought you'd be gone.
I don't think that is the only thing that is germane to your visit.
Oh, very clever.
he makes a joke that might have been an old joke that they made together.
Yeah. Of course. Your brother, Hunger of Flame.
I think he puts up a claw. It's going to cast See Invisibility.
Okay.
Then he's going to take a scan around to make sure there are no floating eyeballs or fey or...
Good man.
You have become cautious, haven't you?
There's a lot to catch you up upon, if you care to know. It might be safer for you if you didn't.
I will trust you to do what you would think is best.
What brings you here?
Your brother in arms, Hunger of Flames. He asked me to bring this to you.
Hunger of Flames. That's an awesome name. Is he actually my brother?
He's not he is considered your brother, and monks are brothers.
Okay. Is he a
He is a red dragonborn like yourself.
Awesome.
There can be only one.
He's a monk, dragonborn?
He's not a monk. One
Okay.
thing about the temple was you were encouraged to pursue those pursuits at which you excelled.
What is he?
He was into. He was trained as a traditional warrior, but he also was learning magic through potions somehow. Actually, you know what? He does what Cog does.
He's an alchemist.
He's an alchemist. Yeah. You were always.
Oh, that is such.
You were always stronger than him.
Yep.
He was always very, very smart, but when it came to tests of whose progress was going further, you succeeded unless he got really lucky. You always beat him unless he got lucky. Something bad happened. Well, when does that ever happen to Agony?
What temperament was he?
He was easily frustrated, but kept it in check.
So not a rival, he's actually a brother in arms kind of thing.
Okay. He was jealous of you.
That's
You bet that much. You're pretty sure he was jealous, at least by the fact that you beat him up so often.
I'm afraid. I've always had a soft scale for Hunger of Flames, given our similar bloodlines. How is he doing in my absence?
Much has changed for him. He was hoping to speak to you himself, if you're willing. I have a letter.
Okay, Agony kind of looks at the letter for a moment, he doesn't take it. You realize why I left. That hasn't changed.
I'm not here to change your mind. I didn't even know you were still in the city.
How did you find me?
A Hunger of Flames told me where to find you. Apparently he's been looking for you.
Yes. For the first month, I was managed to keep rather quiet, but my new companions have been much louder. We've been forced into the shadows. He's going
Oh,
to take the letter and he'll look at it.
I hope your new companions are trustworthy.
They are.
And I hope you fare well. The seal's unbroken, so
Okay.
you know Jermaine. He's always acted with integrity. So
He cracks the
probably
seal and opens it
okay.
up.
The letter says, "Dear brother, the festival of fire and flame draws near. If you still seek the secrets you left behind, return home after the lighting procession has departed the temple for the lighting ceremony in front of Parliament. The temple will be as near to empty as ever, with the front doors open to accept offerings. I will try to meet you. Perhaps we can help each other for once. Hunger of Flames."
But the priests that have the over priests, are they still on pilgrimage? Do not.
Most of them are. Those leading the temple, well, they manage it.
I will not simply return there to return back into their captivity. It is what.
Did you read it to him, or
No, he just.
I don't understand.
He hands the letter back, like, with the seal broken, like, lets him read it.
Oh, you know that the lighting procession, the Festival of Fire and Flames, is a 3-day festival celebrated by the Kossuthans. On the final night on the third night, there's a procession where they almost empty the temple, and every parishioner and cleric, most of members of the temple carry a torch down to. I went with Parliament because I'm just the name for a government building, center of town. They march through the streets with flames and fire, and they light a great bonfire in the center of the city at midnight. In the past, you have always participated. Very few stay behind. They never leave the temple empty, but they do leave the front doors open. There's someone there watching, as people often leave offerings to Kossuth during this time.
Do you have any idea what Hunger Flames wants?
I don't know. He just said he wanted to talk to you. You should know, though. He's moved on.
You mean
in the he's become closer to the flames.
okay? Agony waits for an explanation.
He's become closer to his true self.
True self as in dragon, or true self as in.
He nods when you say dragon.
Interesting. I honestly regret one thing leaving behind. I know that I will have to molt. I have found a place of significant heat that gives me pleasure to be near. I have strange desires to gather a horde and to sleep upon it. I spoke to a Norn, and she said that this would have to be done. But I know that there are scrolls and writings the temple has that describes what it is that I'm supposed to do. Are you saying that Hunger of Flames has done this?
As much as I know of it, yes, he has. He has grown in size. He has wings.
And his temperament?
Since your departure, he's become the favored. So
Good for him. Do you have any idea what he wants from me?
he told me he wants to see his brother. But I suspect there's a bit more to it than that. He does, however, have the writings that will help you achieve what he has achieved. And he has said he's willing to part with them.
Why do I feel there's a catch?
You are returning to the temple. There is an inherent risk for you. Milo's standing. You know he should be a priest of higher standing than he is, given the magic he knows. He's been passed over for promotion several times now.
Milo?
Hmm?
Milo?
Jermaine.
No. Oh, Jermaine has. Okay.
Yeah, Jermaine has, yeah.
I think he was referring to someone called Milo.
Okay. Who's Milo?
No, there's no Milo. My low position at the temple can't protect you.
Oh, I see. Got it.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking about, Milo? I'm like, oh, Milo. Milo.
Low position. Got it. All right. The temple doors are open. I might very well bring some of my friends with me then.
Would probably be wise.
There are dangers in that temple. I know it.
Just please, for me, minimize the bloodshed.
So there will be.
If it comes to that, I don't imagine whoever will be guarding the offerings will be keen on letting in someone who has, well, by all accounts, abandoned the temple.
It is they, the leaders of the temple, that abandoned Kossuth.
I should be angry that you speak such blasphemies, but I fear there's a grain of truth in what you say.
All right. When is the festival? I have lost track of days.
The festival begins in 2 days' time. 5 days. On the 5th night from now. That's the night he is suggesting you return to the temple.
What if we arrived earlier?
Then it would be full of the clergy and soldiers.
All right.
Well,
we'll arrive when you say. Do not tell him that I'm coming. Keep him guessing.
very well, I'll tell him I couldn't find you then. Is that your wish?
No. Tell him that you delivered the letter. No more, no less.
Very well then. I should, he looks very nervous. He looked nervous when you first got here. You think it might be, he's not used to being in this type of neighborhood. The temple's in kind of a nicer part of town.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's not It's not in the Southwall?
It's not in Southwall.
Okay. Do you need help getting back?
No, I have my papers. I can go.
We'll at least walk you out of this neighborhood.
Thank you, Agony. Okay.
Okay, Agony will walk down the street, not
Yep.
show any signs of hostility to him, and kind of guide this guy outside of the boundary of the neighborhood, but kind of tell him he's on its own when we
Still
reach
follow. Okay.
Crypt Garden or however the guy came through.
Okay. Thank you, and good luck. Be careful.
Will you be there?
No, I imagine I will be with the procession. Take care, Agony.
Nods.
And he trots off. Well, not trots off. He leaves.
Yeah, you'll walk back. You'll kind of whistle and wave Capper down from the.
Oh shit! I was muted. If you want, I should follow him.
No, he's an old friend. However,
Did
I'm being
You
called.
get a sample of him?
I didn't decide.
Oh, man.
Hey, man's got to shit sometime.
One of my brothers in arms of the temple is inviting me back.
Hey, get off my ass! Oh, sorry, man. Chase away the crows.
The rats with wings.
Sorry about that.
Yes, this
Hey, rats with wings.
Hunger of Flames is like me and supposedly has undergone this transformation that I am destined to undergo. Growing wings is a thing that will be possible, I'm told.
We're going to have to cut some holes in. You know where? Never mind that. It's easy. You'll just cut a little hole in your robe and they can just shoot out the back.
He also has the rights and descriptions of what I have to do to undergo this draconic sleep. Although, I remember in our training embarrassing him on more than a few occasions. I suspect that he is going to try to do the same should I return to my current state.
He's going to show you who's got the big horns now.
Yes.
Yeah, I know what that is.
The temple is also dangerous. There's
Well, how about, Dugan and Dee Dee, or like, we can kind of, and just take the papers and replace them with doodles.
Dugan, likely. Maybe we'll leave Dee Dee behind on this one.
So where is the church anyway? I haven't seen it around here.
It's
part of the city, isn't it?
It's in the city.
Oh,
We'll have to have our papers, or maybe the Fae can fly over the walls.
I got papers. I think they're kind of like my other papers where I might not have updated them recently, but I got papers. You're supposed to tell them where you live, but when you move around a lot, it's hard to keep that stuff up to date. Yeah, it's just where it was when they saw me last time.
Very well. We'll see who wishes to go. There will be lights to watch.
I have a question.
Yes, Capra.
2 questions. How many sets of papers do you need to have? He's talking to Das.
Oh, yeah, shit. I just walk, I just kind of act like a guard.
Okay. So he can go through by pretending he's a guard. But
Or I
then
just fly over.
do the boopers, that's kind of not very nice. The constructs, that sounds worse. You know, Cog and Slake, did they need papers? Do they even have papers?
Does does Agony have his papers, or does he?
Agony's got his papers.
Okay. Maybe we can stick them in the back of the cart.
Yeah. Or we get them to be all like,
Climb a wall.
Desaad, Dee Dee, Dugan can just fly inside. That should be all right. I don't know. You've got your papers, Capra. I've got mine.
Yeah, I got my card is all up to date with my license, and I'm ready to go.
Dee Dee also has her papers because I saw her drawing smiley faces in them.
Happy papers.
So we're gonna go and give something to the temple, because
I'm pretty sure the old guy doesn't have any papers.
No. All right, let's go back with the others.
Okay. So he's just gonna go. He's gonna Capra. When they turn to go, he's going to go to that building and kill all the rats he sees and catch up. My part-time money. Rat bastard.
All right, Agony will gather everyone together, and
All right.
he will ask for help.
Would you like a piece of apple pie?
No, thank you.
Oh, should I do it? No.
It's fresh.
There is a favor I have to ask of all of you. I'm to go back to the temple, a temple that would have kept me captive for some unknown purpose. A old brother-in-arms of mine, an alchemist and warrior, is calling me out. He has undergone the transformation into a greater draconic being before I have. He also has the knowledge as to how to undergo this transformation. He already has his wings.
And
you're gonna get wings? Yes, Dee Dee. One day, perhaps we will be able to fly together. Oh, goody! I'll help.
I'll come along.
What
There's no question there.
What is your plan?
Go there, confront my brother in arms, defend ourselves when he brings violence against us. Take the knowledge. We have to do this while the priests are out and about on a holy march. It's 2 nights from now or 2 days?
It's from now. It's 2 days from now is when the festival begins.
Yep.
5 nights from now is when you're supposed to go to the temple.
Okay. 5 nights from now.
All right. Edward, we get to inspect the knowledge, yes?
Yes. I'm sure I'll rely upon you, Sonny, and others to help me understand it. Dugan, this would be a good opportunity for you to relieve the temple of a few things while we're there.
Oh, if you insist. I mean, you're a member, so it's not really stealing. It's just reallocating.
You know what? I can come along with you and just, see what's there and who's doing what and preparing for a raffle.
Steal from the temple? These people kept me captive for many years under strange religious motives. I do not think that they kept me around
So,
to be a loyal parishioner.
unless they've got monsters, or there's actually a whole thing about dragons. So dragons are actually considered pests by definition in the Imperium law.
There we go.
You see Amadeus going.
No. They have a bunch of times where they went and tried to kill them all. I mean, there's the big old things to kill them, but we're not allowed to. You need a license. They're the big prize. There's some forests where there's the elk with the extra pointy horns, and you're not supposed to kill the elk with the pointy horns because then you have to get a ticket. Same sort of thing.
That's awful. Leave the elk alone.
Well, see, this is where we completely agree. That elk is out there minding its own business as long as it's not overpopulating or running through people's fields and eating all the cabbages. Then leave the elk alone. It's already doing its thing.
Yeah.
But now if the elk is too many and they're all starving, then you gotta kill yourself some elk.
Then we feed them.
Right. Or make them eat less food.
We will not let anyone imprison you, Agony, of course.
No, that's not going to happen. How much money do they have there yearly?
They do have offerings.
Let's see what they're giving us for the inconvenience. Oh, fucking hell.
Huh.
I suspect that they had planned to sacrifice me in some sort of way.
That's not appropriate.
Or at least use me for some purpose that is beyond my understanding. Regardless, if someone tried to do that now, they would be forfeit much more than simple gifts left at their door.
Agreed. Although, not to be rude, but as I understand, your blood is not pure enough for most magics that would require the blood of dragons.
My understanding is that if I undergo several sleeps, like dragons do, that I will transform. Like a caterpillar to a butterfly.
Like a caterpillar to a bigger caterpillar.
Are you get a cocoon?
I'm kind of interested in this. Do dragons cocoon? Or maybe they make it like an egg. They make a big egg for them to sleep in.
I honestly do not know. I've never seen it happen. I've seen the results of which. I've heard the stories. I'm not sure. I suspect you shouldn't bother me while I'm sleeping. And he glances at Dugan.
What? What would I ever do to you?
Sleep is one of the most blessed things.
Well, then you're highly blessed, aren't you?
Go fuck yourself. Yeah, we'll go there. We'll kick anyone's ass who tries to put you in chains. Take whatever offerings we want and get out.
Yeah, so that's a good thought. Now, to do it, though, we have to get through one of them checkpoints with all the guards. So you're just going to have to go in the box and pretend you're inanimate. No grinding your teeth.
Fine, we can lay down. Anyone who wakes us up, though, is in for it.
It's gonna get.
Guards have guns. What's that?
Would you say guns?
Guards have guns.
The guards have guns. Hey, you don't mess with the guards. They got guns.
You two, are you worried about the guns, Slake?
Well, I don't want to be shot.
No one wants to be short.
Slake's AC against a gun is like 11.
Yeah, but still has to bust 10, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crit times 4
Or
weapons.
they
are
put the
scary.
bullet in to kill you.
Crit times 4 is where it gets scary.
Yeah, I'd rather not be shot. I don't think
Hmm.
any of us would do very well against that. Wouldn't mind using a gun, though. Ah, they're illegal.
I can use a gun. Stupid things.
I'm pretty certain there's exceptions. Like, if we get papers that say that Slake is.
We're not fighting the guards. We're going to a temple. We're meeting a guy. I might have to fight him. I may need your help to fight him. Or whatever else he brings.
Yeah. So, but since we're going to a temple on there, and I'm fairly certain that, unless they're like beasties, then I'm not allowed to really like be killing them without reason. So we should be trying to not kill the people in the temple, right?
Fine.
But are they going to be all like angry with us?
I don't know.
Do they have really scary priestmen who can call the wrath of the fire gods on our heads?
I'm told that most of them will be gone.
You know from years past that the temple pretty much empties out almost. They take precautions and seal things up.
Yep.
But as far as people, most of them are gone.
The temple should
overwhelming
be empty.
majority.
Does the temple have a library? Or the knowledge store?
Mark, does it have a library?
Nothing. You have a lot of manuals on in the proving grounds, which is where you did most of your physical training.
Yep.
You had a lot of manuals on war, fighting techniques. There was some on religion. Nothing particularly academic.
Okay.
At least not that there's other areas of the temple you've never been, though.
War and warfare, a bit about our religion, although I was never one to spend much time beyond those books. I had a teacher for magic.
Oh, sorry. During leveling, I wanted to take a point in linguistics to learn arcane. Was that something like true arcane? That's acceptable? Perfect.
Sorry, Mark. Is it
No.
acceptable?
That is acceptable.
Okay.
Okay. That's just
It's
so
hard to give up.
So, question. If all the priests are away, and there's a trap laid for you for the manuals, and so if he's meant to achieve some sort of sense of self-satisfaction through defeating you, would it be for his own personal benefit, or would it be normally that like you do that in front of others usually, don't you? Or
I don't know.
Perhaps he's afraid he will lose.
Perhaps he's brought assurances of his own. Or maybe it's just for him to rub it in my face that he has grown wings before I have.
So, I don't know too much about the Kossuth guys, aside from the burn things. Are they noble heroes, or are they conniving bastards, or just guys who burn things?
Fire is the cleanser. Fire is the warmth in us all. That is all I can tell you.
Okay. So, when you eat the spicy chili, you are extra warm with the fire.
I'm not a priest.
I kind of thought you were.
No,
Okay.
I know magic.
Yeah.
Arcane magic.
Right.
Oh. The Capra has like a rank in spellcraft. They, oh, okay.
Yep.
So, Dugan decide you can go and spy.
It's not a bad idea.
We can.
We could do that.
Yeah. Got money. I'll go hang out there. Fuck it.
Okay, so the morning of the if we left in the morning 5 days from now, would we be at the place by evening? Okay, with
We
time
got 5 days. What's it? Sod's heading out after this meeting.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you
See you guys in a few days.
but Dugan, Desaad, and Dee Dee go
Sure.
spying. Who else? Adam, who do you have? Sunny. Sunny turns into a bird and helps spy.
He can turn into a bird. He could be a tiny bird for 12 hours a day. I'm a bird. Flap, flap, motherfucker.
Well, if you go now and spy, you're just going to see a bunch of the priests. So Agony's
Yeah.
we gotta spy probably on that day right before we walk in.
Okay.
So I think we're going to wait. All
right.
This is Agony
Okay.
would suggest.
I gotta go to the washroom. Can you load up that the maps and stuff I sent?
Yep.
Unless you guys want to do something else in this area here before that.
Desaad wanted something. Desaad wanted to go and see who worked there, and see if he can collect samples of not work there, but who are the priests or whatever. Observe what they look like. See if you can get a sample of somebody who ranks.
I think that we want to go there and do a bunch of gather information on the priests and on this hunger of the flame. And what do people know? What does he do? Does he have any friends?
And if they sleep there, we're going to do some reading of the minds of the people who are sleeping to see if they have
a
any.
temple full of priests. Agony doesn't want you to go into the temple before, he's not sending you guys to go on a suicide mission. He's not letting you do a suicide mission.
No, but I assume their rooms and their walls are. You can open a window and just read a mind or something.
Agony wants to do that reconnaissance the day of.
Okay. I'm going to the washroom. You guys make your plans.
Yep.
Right back.
Desaad just wanted to blend in, but since no one's going to be there anyways, is it really useful?
Not really.
No, I'll just wait for sure. We'll go day of.
It sounds like a lot of risk for
not much.
We're going to walk up to a temple. The doors are going to be open, and we're going to walk inside.
Fight that way.
Right. He might say the day of we'll go flying in, send in the spies and come flying out, tell us what's there, and then we'll walk in anyways. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
The dragon thing probably lives in the temple, so you have to
Oh.
I imagine more than 20 people live there. That's why he doesn't want to send in the weak sauces to go get caught by a bunch of spotty priests.
You're pretty weak.
My ass kicked on a daily basis. It's going to be Kev this time. Lost you strength though. Does anybody can anyone put bull strength on Desaad?
Yeah. If you want a bull strength, that's a spell that can be prepared.
Yeah, please.
Sod, you also have some treasure at the bottom of your sheet. You can just finish
Passion.
pasting these. It includes a Master Cold Iron Dagger, so when you fight Fae, and then a Scroll of Lightning Bolt, because there were a couple of those.
You just pasting that now?
Yep, I'm finishing the
Okay.
treasure stuff. Like, I mean, we can go Ninja Strike Force with Dee Dee, Dugan, Desaad, and Sunny.
I don't know what we'd be striking. It's
Yeah.
just information.
Yeah.
Get the basic layout of what the temple looks like, get an idea of what their uniforms look like,
Well, Agony's from the temple, so he probably should be able to draw a map of what the temple looks like.
Perfect.
Or at least the parts that he's been to.
Perfect.
Party has some debt now. 500 gold pieces times 9.
Yeah. Hopefully there's a lot of money in Raiden.
Yeah, Agony is not very loyal to his temple. He doesn't want to fuck it over, but
They're screwing him over.
yep.
He doesn't want to not fuck it over.
Yep. And I guess the Imperials aren't threatened by a festival of lights from the heathen temple. They're just like, yeah, okay, you want to light some fires? Sure.
You want to have a thing where everybody goes lights a big bonfire?
Yeah.
Festival of lights. Set off some fireworks, blow some shit up. Oh, yeah.
Makes sense. Like, yeah, elemental god, whatever.
Yeah, see, Sonny hasn't gone and flexed on Agony yet. Of what do you mean you don't speak ignorant? What kind of fucking temple of fire were you brought up in?
10 int. 10
Wrong with you?
int. It will one day be 12. You'll get some retroactive skill points. Yeah, the early strike force. I don't think we're doing, Mark.
No? Okay.
I think arriving at the temple early in the day is probably the
Okay. You arrive at the temple. You can go to upper.
Do we
upper
have
temple?
Do we have any problems getting out of Southwall District?
Does everyone have papers? I'm actually standing at the endpoint to say Amadeus acquired forged papers to get in and out of
Okay,
areas
and we're
like
just
that.
going to have Slake and Cog lie down in the back of the wagon when we
Yeah.
ride in. When we ride
Yep. And you get through without an issue.
Cool. So I think the only person at that point that wouldn't have papers would be Sunny, and then whatever Das does for papers.
Sonny could use a wild shape to get through the thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Done. No issue there.
And Das can fly as well. Okay, so it's just basically the groundlings.
Yeah.
And some weird cow.
No one asked the cow for papers.
Do you taste delicious? Oh, yes, you do taste delicious.
Such a delicious girl you are. Oh.
Oh, it's big delicious.
Okay, so you guys go to the temple during the day?
We'll arrive at the scene earlier in the day, I think.
Like what time?
Noon?
Okay, noon. You show up at noon, and there are some priests at the temple, and there's one. If you go, are you guys at Upper Temple?
No, I just dragged our tokens to the map.
Okay, I
Back
guess
to
I
the
could have done that.
conversation layer.
Done the DM thing.
Upper Temple. There we are.
Does Agony go?
I think we're like going to wait down the street and kind of spy on the temple from far. We're not marching into the temple.
Okay, hang on a sec. Sorry, I just need 2 seconds.
Get your shit together, Mark!
So, Sonny is probably not going to prep a bunch of fire spells to go into the fire temple.
Right.
Now, cold spells might be the call of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Water.
Okay, there is a fair bit of activity at the temple.
Yeah, we're going to stay down the street. We're not like marching up to the temple gates yet. We're just watching the activity from afar.
Yeah, you've seen. There's people heading to the temple more than usual. Agony would know this, but that's not unusual because there's a sermon and a service prior to the leaving of the procession of lights.
Yep.
It is still a little early in the day, but there are celebrations. They celebrate fire. They have all sorts of things like that. I don't know how else you celebrate fire. Juggle it, eat it, walk on hot coals.
Cool.
All the tricks with fire.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Probably
There's definitely. Would only make sense. Yes, there's definitely meat being cooked at the temple.
Do you want us to go have a look? Not yet. Too many eyes.
Are you sure? It smells delicious. I mean, looks very.
Yes. I do miss the food, to be honest.
Hey.
It's your call, Scales.
The temple is up on a bit of a hill, and they do put in some effort in keeping the grounds like there's actually a lawn around there, and it is kept relatively neat. The temple does have money.
No, we'll wait till it clears out a little bit. Agony doesn't want to send. He's afraid. Well, he doesn't know. He's fearful that invisibility will fail in the temple.
Okay.
He might have some vague idea of, like, if he could see invisibility, others could.
All right.
Agony. I prepared a special spell today.
Do tell.
If you need to disrupt their ceremony, I can.
I think we should let the ceremony continue. It is after the ceremony, or while the ceremony takes to the streets, where we'll go in. But there may be still things that need disrupting once we get inside. We shall see.
I don't know if you've ever read the Quench spell, which is a core rulebook spell. I didn't read it until today. Oh my god.
What?
It's the I pooped on your whole fire celebration parade. So I pooped your whole celebration is gone. Because one druid was like, nah, fire hazard.
That's
120-foot cube per caster level of all fire gone.
Sploosh!
Just try again.
As the hours pass, more as dusk begins, you notice on the hill they're starting, and this happens every year. There's an outdoor bonfire.
Okay, we're going to avoid the area where the bonfire happens.
Okay, I will try to use.
Sonny's looking at the bonfire going, that'll fit.
The huge mob would scatter looking for the person who deigned to interrupt there.
I gotta make sure.
This bird flew by and pooped on our bonfire. The thing went out.
Oh, the hunt for the wet blanket. I'm trying to sleep.
That's way too big.
What's with you people?
That's big. All right, that didn't work out so well. So
Do you need a bonfire?
there you go. Yeah. Why won't you color in?
You have to right-click on the color you want to make it fill. So you have to left-click and right-click.
Oh, what happened? Okay, left click and.
So if you want a solid, left-click and then right-click. Yeah.
Thank you. What's going on there? Why is that not showing? There we go. Perfect. Thank you.
Oof.
I failed my DM test. Yeah, there's. I'm gonna move it just over here. Yeah, there actually could be a few of them.
Oh, it's giving you choices, but sure.
Do you want a top view or sort of a side view?
We'll go with the top view. I like the top view.
It also looks protected, unless somebody needs to immediately quench that fire.
At this point in the evening, there's people. It's fair to call it a celebration. There's people drinking and singing, and it's kind of like Easter, where there's a lot of people who normally don't show up to church. Where it's like, well, you show up today because this is when all the fun happens.
Okay, we'll be not where everyone else is.
Okay. The hours pass.
They kind of look like they're having fun.
Yes.
Around 10 bells, I guess. 22 bells.
Why aren't they speaking Ignan? Shouldn't they be speaking Ignan?
Most of the parishioners probably don't speak Ignan.
I never learned that tongue, although I'm pretty sure they do speak it.
The fuck is Ignan?
Elemental tongue.
Ah.
That's a good one.
I want to speak.
Sonny starts telling everybody their name in Ignan.
I can make that up.
I'm assuming Agony of Cole's name sounds the best in Ignan, just as
Yeah.
just a powerful name. Yeah.
We wait.
Metal Von Badass. All right, around 10 bells, people start filing into the temple.
All right, who's got magic for me to break?
What?
Potion, scroll. I'm getting itchy.
What do you mean?
I told you. I break magic.
Yeah, but you didn't say you'd break our magic.
Sonny is going to hand the robot a oil of shillelagh.
Okay, what's it worth?
It is actually a 5th caster level potion, so
Ooh.
it's worth 250 gold.
Whoa there, buddy. You want
Are you going to use a shillelagh fucking potion?
No, I'm choosing a
You can
shillelagh.
sell it to some asshole.
Or we can give it to our asshole who needs to use it to use his class powers.
All right, so he smashes the potion. That's 250. He needs 1,500 more.
What?
For how long does this go?
24 hours. He'll get SR for that 24-hour period.
How much is there?
11 plus his level.
I'm pretty sure there's probably some magic in
Also,
there.
it's the
for
XP
you
of
to
magic creatures that he kills, and then he chooses which day that gets triggered. But the cost goes up.
Sonny, would you be able to detect magic on some of these things here? And if something, look at that!
Yeah, what's
We're
magic
out
around
breaking
here?
people's magical signs. Shit.
What's magic around here?
That's a lot of magic you need to destroy.
Feels good.
Hmm.
Okay. I'm sure there's some magic inside you can break.
Yeah, look at all of them. All happy about their magical fire. What an awful...
Most of the fire there is not magical. That is true fire. Most of it. See that fire there? That one's magical. It's not burning the drapes.
Which one?
That one up there. It's a symbolic fire of some sort. It's probably... I'm not sure if it's evocation or illusion.
Don't worry, we got your back, Agony. Especially if there's some magic talker in there. It's all high in his britches.
Well,
How do you get high in your britches?
poor guy, like
Because he's full of shit, that's why. High horse? Yeah, high horse. Whatever. he kind of shoves Capra playfully. The shove from...
I don't know much about britches. I'm not too familiar.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
I just see Slake walking, Slake walking in, see like a little guy. He's like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you!"
You speak magic to me.
What the fuck did I do?
How much are you worth?
All right.
Okay.
It's like plus one sword worth of breaking.
Yeah, he breaks a +1 sword on the day he knows he's going to get into fights to get some additional powers, basically.
Yeah.
All right.
It does get more expensive,
Unless you
though,
do
as it goes
anything
up
else,
levels.
the sermon goes on. At times you can hear the deep baritone yelling of the priest. There's flashes of light from the windows every now and then. And finally...
I'm pretty sure if we waited all day, Dugganschmirph and Dee Dee snuck off to get some meat and came back.
Oh, yeah, they did. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Kev is like one of the dudes. He's and he comes back.
You do that. You're welcomed. You're welcome to worship the fire, to purge yourself with flame.
Oh yeah, there's a fire. Fuck what?
You notice not too many people are doing the purging, but they are worshiping the fire, enjoying its gifts.
They're like cupping. What does the purging look like?
The purging is usually you burn yourself, and it purges your sins.
So I'm gonna use the
Like grade 11. Yeah.
guys. I'm just gonna like huddle over, have this guys to make my clothes look a little singed on the bottom
Mhm.
and around the sleeves and stuff.
Okay.
Wait, are you adopting a new form?
You know, it's just Kev, but he's
Okay.
got like a clothing like them. If they have clothing.
They're all naked.
Yeah. No. They're most of them. You can tell that the parishioners have commoners or clothes. The priests wear robes, red robes,
Okay, so
red and orange.
just everybody walks in, hangs out, and leaves.
Yeah, it's kind of a very open atmosphere right now.
Okay, then Kev just comes back with a plate and it's got
Are
some.
you sure they were trying to sacrifice you something? They seem really happy.
Agony, can you drink this? What is it? It's the bottle of courage that we have.
Yeah, we're going in there to fight a dragon, so you know.
Fine. He stops. There's a slight annoyance to his tone. I'm
You aren't familiar. Agony of Ghouls has run away from many fights.
so
At least three.
I will tick
Because
off,
he was weird.
because this is Agony's day. I'll tick off one of the 10 doses. So there are 9 remaining in the bottle, and then Agony At
Didn't we drink some the last time?
Yeah, there were 12. You drank 2.
Oh, there are 12 total? Okay.
Yeah.
And then Agony's also going to cast Mage Armor around this time because it lasts 6 hours. Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't think we'll be here till 4 in the morning or whatever. But
I know, Mistra. They're having barbecue. Shield your eyes.
The barbecue goes on. The sermon begins. Finally, around 12 bells, you see people start to file out of the temple.
Do any nobly looking or important people show up, or is it all commoners?
There's a few. You even see them outside, sort of. It looks like, I guess today we would call it networking. It doesn't look like they're not fervent fire worshippers, but they're there for their reasons.
I would like to spend a DM point.
Okay.
Someone who is dressed similarly to Eric ends up being there. It is not Eric, but it's somebody who is dressed in a similar fashion.
Oh, and it ain't back! Nice. Dugganschmirph takes off for a little bit. Comes back. Was not the blackmail buddy. What? Who said that?
hey, where'd you go?
He's looking for a guy in blackmail. I don't see anybody with that kind of armor on.
Oh, I was just mistaken.
We'll be moving soon.
You see probably close to 100 people, all carrying torches or lamps, all leading out in an organized procession outside down the path to the streets, and well, you know where they're headed.
Doesn't it look like an angry mob? I mean, they're happy, but if you don't listen, doesn't it look like an angry mob?
Make a perception check, Agony of Coals.
Ugh, boots. 15.
15 is good enough. There's one form you thought you would see and expected to see, and you're concerned that you haven't seen leaving. That is Hephaestus.
Who?
He is the blacksmith of the temple. He is a fire giant.
Is he nice?
He is a fire giant. He used to advocate that your training be harsher because strong blades are forged by beating the steel.
Well, it's not necessarily wrong.
He felt you were coddled.
Concerning.
Maybe he doesn't feel good.
The fire giant smith of the temple didn't leave in the procession. He is either on pilgrimage or he remained behind.
I know.
The what?
Fire giant.
Oh,
I think they're big giant guys made of fire.
yeah. Yeah, something like that.
I don't want to fight a big giant guy with a fire.
Dee Dee's going to make a knowledge nature about fire giants.
Okay.
Well, if I remember
18.
correctly, we're supposed to be getting information, not necessarily starting a fight. I mean, we're probably fighting, but...
Good point.
That was
18? 18, yeah.
30 from Sunny.
Okay.
Big
Fire
giants.
giants are immune to fire. They're about a little over 10 feet tall. They can throw large stones, which they can set on fire. And are generally very strong.
Okay, Agony's going to light 3 torches with a spark spell and hand them out to whoever wants to carry them. I think we should hide in plain sight when we approach. will look like
Okay.
parishioners this way.
Capra will take take a torch.
He hands a torch to.
Sonny will take a torch and I guess
Amadeus will take a torch too.
Amadeus. Kev is eating and dressed like them. Yeah, he already looks like
Yep.
he's part of them.
And then Agony will just simply take out his holy symbol of Kossuth over top of his brown robes.
Okay.
All right. So the big group left.
The big group seems to have left. There's a couple stragglers catching up, but otherwise, it looks like that's it.
Going to cast some buffs.
Okay.
Not assuming that we're going to go in hoping for the best, but assuming the worst.
Fair enough.
I think we're gonna, as we're walking, cast some minute per levels.
Okay.
There is a spell that Agony has that he may strategically place amongst his friends. So 6th level caster of resist fire.
All right.
Who wants one?
Desaad's not going to shy away from that shit.
Amadeus wouldn't turn that down. I don't think anybody would turn that down at this point.
The thing is,
Temple of Fire.
There's people who are it would be more important for.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he's going to cast See Invisibility. Shield. He'll wait on shield. He's got mage armor, and then
give me a second.
Resist energy.
So you might not need the resist energies because Sunny has resist energy communal.
Oh, there we go.
Ooh.
I just want to see how that works. You divide the duration. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So
11, 12.
Everybody's got it for 6 minutes.
Cool.
Okay.
That's resist
Cool.
10.
Nice.
Resist 10. Yeah.
All right.
No. This is Volcanica, isn't it? +1 caster level on fire spells.
Yep.
Yes.
Earth and fire.
It's a fire spell when you make it cast it as a
Yep. 7th. That is 20 resist.
20 resist.
Nice.
Okay, I think Expeditious Retreat is it minutes?
That's nice.
Yeah.
Agony will cast an Expeditious Retreat on himself.
20 mage armor.
You might as well do a shield now then.
Okay, Capra.
I think there's gonna be a lot of yelling and then.
Sunny has a bull strength, but I know Daz said he wanted it, but he's going to give it to
you know what? Agony's drinking a bull strength potion as well. He's not going to walk in.
Then Das will get the.
Okay. He's not going to walk into the temple on his quest and suck.
Well, that's kind of the thing here, right? It's,
right.
Thou shalt not suck on thine own quest. All right. I'm going to hand the hay. I'm going to 2 charges from the mage armor wand.
I think I'll save mirror image until we need it.
And we're going to rest on our lore. Oh,
Long arms.
You know what? Sunny, he's only casting his long ones. He doesn't want anything too short.
Agony's got minute per levels running.
Things are going to get aggressive. Sunny has casting classes that don't last for 6 minutes. He has stuff that lasts for like 2 minutes. So that's a little.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think
Okay.
Sunny's good. Now Capra is going to follow in the footsteps of Agony. So he's going to like cast some spells with his bow, and he's just going to like hold it at his side, being
Slake
like,
is going to drink his mutagen and have his tower shield out with a javelin.
Abundant ammunition and a gravity bow and heroism.
Dee Dee will have her once per day shield spell going. Agony, I think, carries a mage armor 1. Does anyone want it?
Amadeus will take a mage armor.
Anyone else?
Mistra and Sunny are already used it.
Okay.
How big of a dragon are we talking?
Agony
No
doesn't
idea.
know.
A cog is drinking lots of potions. Would long arms stack with the extendable arm?
No. It's
Wrong
probably the
lesson.
same power to.
Yeah.
Although it's physical.
Unless one is specifically lunge. If one's replicating the lunge feat, and the others, because longer.
Well, it's not. Neither is replicating the lunge feat because you're not taking the -2.
Right. But you know what I mean, like if it's
Yeah. That's that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Probably then? I think it would then. Depends on the nature of the thing. I didn't think that far ahead.
Okay, forget. I'm not going to drink it. We'll think about it later. No problem.
Capra is going to cast Pass Without Trace on the party.
Okay.
He needs 2 castings to get everyone, but we're not leaving any tracks in or out of this place.
Fair enough. Smart.
We were never here.
All right. I'm gonna take a quick bio break before the festivities.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
This would be really funny if it's just not aggressive or violent at all. We just sort of walk in and
Welcome.
welcome here. Have a piece of
Agony, we've missed you so much.
here. Have a piece of kebab.
Do you like cake? All right, we'll be right back. I'm just going to grab a snack.
Hello, stream. We are getting ready to get our asses kicked. I'm just going through the potions and stuff that I have to drink. Vine Strike, Owls, Barkskin, Cat's Grace, Shield. It's a lot of stuff. Let's put more into cure lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Elaborate surprise party. Yeah, if you're worthy enough and you break these 5 boards, I will let you have the scrolls. Like, oh crap. Three, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, Cog drinks 6 potions. Mutagen, Shield, Barkskin, Owl's Wisdom, Cat's Grace.
Attaboy!
Well, he doesn't drink them. He's
Hero's Feast, Mage Armor, Shield, Expeditious Retreat, Strong, Bull Strength, Long Arms, and a Barkskin Potion.
Yeah.
I think Agony's ready.
all drugged up. Oh! That's good.
And then we've got this weird front line going.
Oh, I'm already in crane style. Fucking whatever great style is. No, mage armor. Fuck yeah, bark skin. Here we go. Who's your daddy?
All right.
Okay, 15.